Today's VAR decision is really hard to take. Any attacker that commits handball, intentional or not, is now ruled a free kick. And if you're defending, it's fine. It only disadvantages the attacking team. In my opinion, this rule needs to be changed. Ian, what do you think of this law?
Well, I mean, that was, on the face of it, a bit of a nonsense at the weekend. Oh, yes, the law was correctly applied. That is the new law, that if there's an accidental handball which leads to a goal, then it has to be ruled out. But I think, really, with this VAR thing, there will have to be a few law tweaks to take account of it, not only with the handball, but with the offside as well. I think the main thing is there's got to be the minimum intrusion and the maximum flow. The bar should be high before the VAR gets involved in the game. It's got to make sense to the supporters, and I'm not sure it totally is at the moment.
So how would you have this law written, Ian, if you were in charge?
Well, why not think about something like, yes, it will be handball under any circumstances, deliberate or accidental, if it directly leads to a goal, as in the Llorente one in the Champions League last season. If it goes off your arm, even accidentally, and into the goal, that will be penalised. Should it be penalised in the build-up as well? Well, maybe that's arguable after what we saw at the weekend. I mean, this debate's going to go on, and I think everybody knows, and I said on this programme last week, and I think there might be a move towards this, that with offside, it should be like a clear daylight decision. It shouldn't be that you need a degree in maths to sort out whether a guy is offside or not. If you can't see with the naked eye whether it's offside, then the benefit of the doubt should go to the attacker, and I think we've lost that.
That's what I was saying. That's the point I was making a couple of days ago. Was I think that somewhere down the line they're going to have to tweak the fact that if it comes off the arm, goes to a player like Gabriel Jesus and he puts it in, is different from it going straight off the arm into the back of the net from 2 yards out. And as I was saying on the show, how much contact does there have to be on the arm for it to be an infringement? And I go back to the point I made, I think it was on Monday, was if it flicks your arm and your shirt sleeve moves by a fraction, are we knocking that off? Because it has made contact. And by the letter of the law and the IFAB, the way it's written, that has to be ruled out. And I think I've got a problem. The other thing I've got a problem with is we'll still be using that Gundogan tweet in the year 2025.
You know, it's one thing to whether you agree with the law or disagree with the law,
but
the good thing is it's clear as day. You know, a lot of the times when they change these rules, we sit and complain because they're not quite clear. But this one is absolutely 100% clear. And again,
is it?
Well, it is. Your point was, well, are we saying if it just flicks? Basically, they're saying if they can prove that it touched anybody from the tip, where all the places where you can't touch it, if they can,
so it flicks it by a slow.
It doesn't matter.
Right,
it's the same with offside. You could say, oh, so if he's offside by that much.
No, but offside has always been black and white. The handball has always been subjective, and my point is, if it gets down to a frame-by-frame motion of trying to judge whether it hit the arm, will the official still chop that off?
If you've got the technology to see it, then yes, and why not? It's clear.
But you like this rule?
Absolutely. Why should anybody benefit from a handball? Why? There's no reason. There's no great reason to say that somebody should benefit scoring a goal because one of their players hit the ball with their arm. That's madness.
That goes against what you were saying, Ian.
Well, it goes against what I'm saying. I don't agree with Stevie there because I just think the game has to make sense to the fans and the television viewers as well. And that didn't make sense, really, at the weekend. I mean, where even Hugo Lloris is looking at the referee and saying, what the heck's going on here? We've lost the game. Unfortunate. But I don't think even the Tottenham players understood it. So there's something wrong, I think, with that. I'm not saying that the VAR, I mean, it was applied correctly on the occasion. The law was applied correctly. The VAR did his job. But I don't think that law is quite right as it stands. I'm with Craig on that, not Stevie.